Wow. Okay. So we have some new exciting stuff coming to Pokemon Unite. Obviously, anytime there are new items that come to the game, I think we could have some huge meta shifts. Hi, everybody. Jake, your resident content cowboy here. Yeehaw. We were told today, first from the Japanese account and then here from the official account in English. Get ready, trainers. New held items arriving in Pokemon Unite on May 22nd, which is like, what, a week and a few days? Yeah. Week and a few days. Hey, it's my brother's birthday, actually. All right. When the new items drop, call your brother, Jake. Stay tuned for details on the Amulet Coin and Choice Scarf coming soon. So this is actually always one of the better updates for the game because the items that come to the game can shift the meta for a lot of different Pokemon. I mean, we've had this happen with things like Slick Spoon and Resonant Guard, Rapid Fire Scarf, and on and on and on. The two new items, Drive Lens and Excel Bracer, have also like opened up a lot of cool opportunities. Now, we don't have information as of yet as to what exactly these are going to do. We have some theories. We have El Chico Eevee, who seems to have an idea of what he thinks these items are going to do here. So he says attack speed, move speed. So we have attack speed on the Rapid Fire Scarf, move speed on our new item right here, the Choice Scarf, right? Yeah, because that one's from the actual mainline game. And then he talked about the two new items here. Amulet Coin most likely will increase scoring speed. I don't know if that's like my initial gut reaction is probably not. Holy, if it does, that could be unbelievably powerful. And then Choice Scarf, this one is move speed. So I've got some thoughts on it. First, I want to pop on over to Cerebi really quick and just kind of talk about these items in the mainline games. So the Amulet Coin in the mainline games, if this Pokemon is holding this item in a trainer battle, the money earned from the battle is doubled. Would that mean that when you score, it could be worth more? Will enemies drop more Eos energy when they get KO'd or wild Pokemon? Will you get more Eos energy? This is going to be a really interesting item. And not only, by the way, would it be quite interesting for something like our ranked mode we currently have, but it could be very interesting for 500 point mode as well. And I think this item would have to be balanced around both somehow, but who knows? I'm very excited to see what this does. This could be one of those items where you go, man, Score Shield went away. An Amulet Coin is now the new, like, Score Shield walked so Amulet Coin could run. And then we have, of course, just taking a look at Choice Scarf from the mainline series. So this is the one where you can only use one move. When this item is being held, the user's speed is increased by 50%. So you're like outspeeding a lot of enemy Pokemon. But the user is limited to using the first attack it uses until it's withdrawn from battle. I don't think we're going to have a function similar to that at all in Unite. That would be crazy. Obviously, you know, you could only run around just throwing like solar blades or something from Leafeon, but your move speed's ludicrous. I don't think we're gonna have anything like that in the game. I do think move speed items are really tricky. They could be way too good, and then they could be not good enough. So when the game dropped, obviously Floatstone was pretty bad, and now Floatstone has gotten, like, it's like a decently good item, but it's out of combat move speed. So if Choice Scarf is based around move speed, and somehow it is used to increase move speed even while you are battling, that could be crazy, crazy good. One interesting thing to notice, I mean, these two items just look very similar. It's kind of like our Rapid Fire Scarf is just kind of like a recolor almost of what's happening here with the Choice Scarf. I don't know exactly how it works. I don't know if, like, maybe because I'm like thinking like this could be used for auto attackers. Imagine it's like the Rapid Fire Scarf where you hit a few auto attacks and then you get a move speed boost. So you could have your auto attackers, Cinderace and things like that, hit a few autos and then all of a sudden their move speed gets a huge boost. So it's like Rapid Fire Scarf, but just for moving Pokemon around the battlefield. Could be very, very cool. Now, one other thing I wanted to bring up is we actually have a version of these items in Pokemon Unite in the Chinese version. However, they're in the auto chess version of that, right? So we actually do have versions of these in the auto chest. Oh, I should show you, by the way, just as like a little like comparison between a VGC item and an item in Unite. This is Razor Claw in VGC. When this item is held by a Pokemon, the user's critical hit ratio is raised by 1 stage. So not really at all what ours does, right? Ours lets you do more damage after you've used a move, and it also has a slowing function on melee. It does give you a very small amount of critical hit, but as you can see, Razor Claw, quite different. And then you take a look at something like Shell Bell. Shell Bell, when this item is held, the user recovers a 1/8 of the damage it inflicts on opponents. So it gives it 1/8 spell vamp. We again don't have a 1-for-1 with this item right here, but we have the overall theme of the item. So when you take a look at Choice Scarf here, most likely is based on move speed, right? Because that is the theme of the item. It'll be interesting to see how it works. And then Amulet Coin, this is about money earned in battles, and given that Unite has no money, it's got gems though, baby. Given that Unite has no money, but it has Eos energy, you have to assume this will be Eos energy based. I'm not exactly sure how that would work though. However, I do want to show you how these items work in the auto chest version. Now, this information might be a little outdated right now. This was an early document showing kind of how some of the auto chest items worked. So as you can see, some of them very similar, right? After 3 basic attacks, gain 50% attack speed on the rapid fire scarf. The choice specs plus 60% move damage, so not exactly the same, right? You have something like Slick Spoon that gives special attack speed, but not ignoring defenses, but reducing defenses by 45%. So again, things in the auto chest version in line somewhat with the actual like ranked version of the game, but not exactly. Now we take a look at the Amulet Coin and our choice scarf right here. Amulet Coin plus 20% damage. So it's possible this has a component that raises attack or special attack. I kind of doubt it when it comes to our game. I think items like this are often usually move speed, HP based defenses, something like that. And then after winning a battle, gain an additional currency. So I do think it would be wild if this, like, every time you scored, it scored for a little more, right? Because then you could like create like crazy overdunk situations. That would be very exciting. And now we have, of course, our choice scarf right here. Recover 8 move points every second. Not at all like the mainline VGC, not at all like what we have talked about for these items. This is, there's like a bar on the below your HP in the TFT version of the auto chest version of Unite, and once that fills up, your Pokemon uses their move. So this charges up your moves faster. Now, does that mean that this is actually something that has a cooldown function in Unite? Like, you hit with a couple of auto attacks, or you hit with a few moves, and then all of a sudden cooldown is reduced? Like, does this help reduce cooldown of moves based on hitting with moves? That would be incredible. Like, anything that creates reset opportunities would be so incredibly fun. Obviously, we don't know. We're going to get some more information very soon. We have Alcremie, by the way, that is going to be on the public test server later this week. Should be a really cool week for Unite. I just got off a very cool weekend of Unite. If you have not seen the regional finals for North America, I highly recommend you give it a watch. One of the most exciting tournament finishes that we have had in Unite. But there you go. A lot of new stuff coming to Unite very soon. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And I will see you all next time. We did it.